Well, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Now, it's been a minute since I posted a video and it's completely not my fault. My laptop has decided that it no longer wants to do absolutely anything apart from be on the internet, like Safari. So I haven't been able to upload any videos, edit anything. I do have a bunch of pre-recorded content on my internal. I do have a bunch of pre-recorded videos that was supposed to go out while I was on holiday and the week before I went on holiday on my external hard drive. But obviously, because my laptop has decided that it doesn't want to do anything but be on Safari, I couldn't actually edit those videos. So this one's going to go up first. I just wanted to explain as to why it's been silent for the last 2 weeks. I have ordered a new laptop since. It hasn't yet come. So I'm pre-recording this video with the hope it comes in the next 2 days. It's currently Sunday. I came back from holiday yesterday, and as soon as it comes, I am immediately going to edit and upload a video, which will probably be this one. And then I think my next one will be my 26 books in 2026, which I pre-recorded like 2.5 weeks ago. So yeah, a little bit annoying, a little bit frustrating, because I wanted to post a bunch of bonus videos during December because I wasn't doing Bookmas. But I have since thought that because I wasn't able to post bonus videos or any videos for the last 2 weeks, I am going to post all the videos that I've pre-recorded and some new ideas, and I'm going to have put bonus videos out in January. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. So for the first video in my 2-week accidental break, here is every book I bought in December. I'm really impressed with this haul. It's not as much as my previous hauls, and January I know is going to be even less because there's not that many pre-orders coming out. Oh wait, I've got all my Fairy Loot pre-orders that might come in January. Okay, scrap that. But here are all the books I bought in December. I haven't read... Have I read any of these? Okay, I've read one of these. So here is my December book haul. This is the last book haul of 2025 and I'm so excited, but I'm also so sad that 2025 is over. I'm really excited to do my end of year wrap up, all my best books of this year. I'm contemplating whether I want to do a worst books of 2025, but I really hate being negative about books because just because they didn't work for me doesn't mean they won't work for someone else. But I do like those kinds of content, so I'm in two minds about doing it myself. But nevertheless, let's dive into my December book haul. I've done really well this month. I don't think I've gone as crazy as I normally do, and I've kept the book buying to a minimum. Mind you, I didn't show as much restraint as I thought I would, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, the first book, no, actually this isn't in any particular order, but Blood of Lost Gods by Jessica J. Ayler. This is the second book in the Fall of the Horizon. I loved this book. I read this book when it first came out, which was in, I feel like it was 2 years ago. This came out in 2024, so 2 years ago I read this. I read this as soon as I got my hands on it because it sounded really good. Do I remember a single thing that happened in here? No, I do not. But I have bought book 2 because I know that I really liked this series, and it finally showed up on Waterstones, which is what I was waiting for. So I bought it, and now I'm going to read the two together. I'm really excited to remember what exactly happened in this book. Okay, so it says, the War of the Skies is over, the gods are gone, and the new world has begun. Zara Santos is the adopted daughter of the Icarian king and mercenary of her kingdom's guild. Though throughout the continent of Riberia, she's known as the Rogue, the High King's personal assassin. Every hunting season, she kills in the hope to one day be free of her shackles. When Zara receives a unique assignment to hunt down the mysterious leader of the Shadow Market, she will do whatever it takes to gain her freedom. The war has left Ronan Mandora a shadow of the male he once was. The Archangel grapples with the underworld to provide for those he cares about as retribution for the failures of his past. When various cities are destroyed, their citizens disappearing, he makes a dreadful discovery that threatens the survival of his business and seeks the help of the infamous mercenary. As the unlikely pair delve deeper into the strange happenings of the continent, along with the help of their close allies, rumors rise of the return of the three sun gods. The main primordials, primordials, you know when you can say a word correct in your head, but then when you speak it out loud, it sounds nothing like it was in your head. That is what's happening right now. Believed to be long lost to the mortal world, and the mystery behind the missing people may pose a greater threat than anticipated. This is the first book in the Dawn and Dusk series, and I remember really, really enjoying it, and I think I rated like a 4.5 or a 4-star. Like maybe even a 5. Do you know what? Instead of guessing, why don't I just check what I rated it? I rated it 5-star. I said this was the perfect blend of everything I love in a high fantasy read with just a little bit of spice and romance. Yeah, I definitely need to reread this, but I'm really, really excited to dive back into this world and I guess reconnect with these characters. And I really love these covers. They are so pretty. Anyway, I'm going so off track now. Next, I bought Winds of Darkness. This is the 2 novellas in the Lady of Darkness world. I have posted my Lady of Darkness reading blog. I laughed, I cried, went through a roller coaster of emotion even on my 3rd reread. So I did buy the novellas because before it was only available on Kindle, and I have not yet read it. I really do need to read it. But I'm like, this is the last book in the Lady of Darkness universe, world, I guess, that I haven't read yet. And then once I've read it, I've read everything possible in the Lady of Darkness world. But this follows the Wind Princess, the Water Prince, and then I think the second novella follows the Reaper, who is one of the members of the Fire Prince's court, and you really start to discover more into his background in the books between 4 and 5 when other characters come into play. And I'm really, really intrigued with this story. I'm really hoping one day we do get a story. We do get another story within this universe. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We literally do get a duology that's coming out in February, the first book, following characters that we were introduced to in Lady of Darkness book 3 onwards, and it's their story. So we are going to be in the Lady of Darkness world with those characters, with their story, so their history before they came up in Lady of Darkness, if that makes sense. So in the timeline it goes their story, then Lady of Darkness. So I really need to read this. To be fair, I haven't done a ton of reading in the last week and a half because I thought I was going to be reading loads. I bought 3 books on holiday with me, to which I only read 1 and then bought another one from the airport thinking I would read more. But I went snowboarding, and you spend a day snowboarding and then you come home and you're so utterly shattered. Having the brain capacity to do absolutely anything is impossible, so I didn't read that much. I finished 1 book and then that was it. Next book is Tailored Realities by Brandon Sanderson. This is a collection of novels that he has made into 1 book. I think there are quite a few. I think there is Snapshot, which I already have the tiny novella of. Perfect State, Defending Elysium, which is from the world of Skyward. So this is a collection of Cosmere short fictions, and his other series, which is Skyward, which is one of my favourite series that he's done. I have not yet finished Storm Archive, so that might go first, but so far Skyward is my #1 series written by Brandon Sanderson. So we have Defending Elysium, which is from the world of Skyward, Firstborn, and Mitosis from the world of the Reckoners, which is another series that's not in the world of the Cosmere. I've got Mitosis as a little novella, so I have 2 of the 4 books in here, 5 books in here, which is really funny. But it comes with author's notes and stunning interior illustrations, so I had to have it, so I pre-ordered it. To be fair, when I pre-ordered it, I thought it was a completely different book. I didn't think it was a collection of short stories. but I'm not mad about it because it's really pretty and I'd love to see the author notes. Next, I bought Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. The reason why I bought this will come up in my next video. My next video or the one after. So keep an eye on that for an eye out for that. But I've been wanting to read Frankenstein for so long, since the Ravenhead reader read it and absolutely raved about it, since I've watched every movie inspired by Frankenstein and the most recent one on Netflix, which I absolutely loved. And I need to read it. I need to discover the original. I need to know, you know, why this book inspired so many amazing movies, which, you know, and I need to read more classics. I've read 3 classics in my life and that's just not enough. So I'm really excited to read Frankenstein, and I think the next one I want to read is The Picture of Dorian Gray, or The Perfect Picture of Dorian Gray, something like that. So I'm really excited about that. So Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I do own the paperback for this. I've already read it. I loved it. And when I saw they were coming up with a deluxe edition in hardback, I was like, I'm a hardback girl. I freaking love hardbacks. I have like 500 hardbacks, so I of course had to pick up the deluxe edition. And then Enchantress is coming out in January, so I'll have to collect the collection. I think I'm gonna give my paperbacks to my sister because I really want her to read this series, and I don't need 2 editions of this book. It's not a book I think I'm ever gonna annotate, so I think the hardbacks are good for now. And then I bought 2 editions of A Dawn of Chaos and Fury. I pre-ordered the paperback because the hardback wasn't up for pre-order, and then 2 weeks later the hardback came up live after the release, and I have the entire series in hardback, so of course I have to have the hardback. And I could have returned the paperback, but I'm just obsessed with how floppy this is, and I don't know, I don't want to get rid of it. So I have 2 editions of A Dawn of Chaos and Fury. Probably not the smartest financial decision, but Legacy series is one of my favorite dark romanticies of all time, and I am going to be reading this series finally, finishing the series in January. I'm going to do a reading vlog, and I'm really excited. I'm really scared because I know that the 3rd book is absolutely going to shatter me, and I can't believe it's finished. So yeah, bought 2 editions. I'm going to read the hardback because all my other hardbacks are annotated and I have to have the match, but you know, it's what it is. Souls in Ruins by Jacqueline White. I really want more dark romanticises because of the Legacy series. I've discovered that I love dark romanticises, but not too dark. More dark like this. And I've heard really good things about this. This has recently been released. It's book 1 in the Soulbound series, and it says, between the blood that binds her and the dark that craves her, one soul must fall to ruin. I'm really excited about this. I think I'm going to read this once I finish the Legacy series, because I know that last time when I read the first 2 books, I was really craving another dark romantasy, and now I have it. So yeah, really looking forward to this. I do think this is going to get picked up traditionally because I've heard so many good things about it, and that seems to be the case with a lot of indie books that come out and have a lot of hype. They just immediately get picked up by traditional publishers, so I'm sure we'll see that announcement shortly. The Dark is Descending by Chloe C. Penaranda. This is the 3rd book in the I can't remember what the series is called, in the Nightfall trilogy. I've read book 1. I have not read book 2 yet. I was waiting for book 3 to be released to just do the whole universe reread, starting with An Air Comes to Rise, which is one of my favorite series. So that will be a vlog that will come much later because I have a lot of books I want to read first. But I'm really excited for this trilogy to be completed and then to dive back in with book 1, rereading. And I also need to read the final book in the An Air Comes to Rise series because I haven't done that yet. So a lot of reading to do. My TBR has just hit 101 and I'm so mad at myself. The Will of the Many by James Islington. This is the book 1 in the Hierarchy series. I think book 2, which is The Strength of the Few, has just come out, which is what prompted me to pick up book 1. I have heard really good things about this as being like a must read for fantasy readers, and I really just want to dive back into the more fantasy side of the world than romances, because I've read so many romances in 2025, as you'll see in my wrap up, that I really want to read more fantasy books and just kind of dive back into Brandon Sanderson and sci-fi and just, yeah. So I picked this up and I'm really, really excited about this because I've heard really, really amazing things. It's thick, it's really thick, which is a bit intimidating, but yeah, I just need to know what the hype is about. I love when they say like books you need to read as like a fantasy reader or a classic reader or a romancy reader, and I just like to like have those ticked off. So really excited about that. Then I also bought Smoke and Scar and Splintered Kingdom. This is book 1 and 2 in the Shattered Crown trilogy, I think it is. She just got picked up traditionally and I love these covers, so I was like, I need to quickly buy them before they pull them out. And I don't know what the new covers are going to look like, so I really just wanted to have the beautiful covers and have them in hardback. That is beautiful. I want to pick this up immediately because I saw someone talking about it and they were absolutely raving about it and they made it sound so good that now I just want to immediately pick it up and fob off my TBR. It says, a splintered kingdom, an ancient grudge has kept humans and the magical races of Arcanis at odds for centuries. The Arcane Crucible, a legendary series of trials that occurs every 25 years, offers a chance for peace. A hunted warrior, Illyria Lightbreaker, once celebrated Fae war hero, is a shadow of her former self, drowning in grief after losing the man she loved to the previous crucible. Now she must rise to stop his sister from falling to the same fate. A vengeful knight, hardened by loss and fueled by hate, Cedric Thorne's lifelong goal to conquer the crucible on humanity's behalf is finally within reach. The only problem, getting through the trials alive, means working with Illyria, the very Fae he blames for his parents' death. An unwinnable challenge, with alliances fragile as spun glass and betrayal lurking at every turn. Illyria and Cedric must navigate deadly trials that test their strength, spirit, and magic, as well as their increasingly complex feelings for each other. This is the Arcane Crucible. Okay, so we've got trials in here. And we've got the woman as the Fae and the male as the human. I have another book that's like that, where the Fae is the woman and the male MMC is the human. And I really, really am interested in that dynamic. I've never read anything like that before. So yeah, really, really intrigued at how this is going to go. And I think this trilogy is really close to being wrapped up. So yeah, going to be adding to 2026's TBR, I think. And then last but not least, I bought Brimstone by Callie Hart. I do have the hardback. This is the paperback. I picked this up at the airport on my way to France. Why did I pick it up? Because I bought Quicksilver with me and I was under the delusion that I would read Quicksilver in the space of 2 days and then want Brimstone, which I didn't take with me. So I was like, oh, it's right here. It's a large paperback. I have the large paperback of Quicksilver, not in the matching covers. Maybe I will be able to pick this up on holiday. Did I read it either? No, I did not. But yeah, I bought this and now I'm stuck with it. But I really, really love paperbacks this size, like the really large paperbacks. And the airports always have all the new releases as paperbacks this large. I don't know why, but it's like my favorite thing ever. So I think I'm going to annotate the paperback because the hardback has the sprayed edges and I don't really like putting annotation tabs on sprayed edges. Am I going to annotate on the first reread? No, I'm not. But the second read, I have the paperback to annotate and I'm rambling on, but I just really, really wanted the large paperback. I also wanted to buy a book for the holiday to kind of remember the holiday, because I usually buy a book in every country I go to, but because we were going into the mountains in France, I knew there was not going to be a single bookshop around anywhere. And I was right, because it's like a really tiny town. It's like a skiing resort and there was no books. So I am happy to pick this up. I love how big this is. I love how, no, this isn't floppy at all, but they have the art on the inside of the paperback, which I think is really, really cute. So yeah, this is just me trying to justify its purchase. I don't have a justification for it, but I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I also, oh shoot. I also bought We Who Will Die by Stasia Stark. This is my Fairy Romance book for December, the last Fairy Romance book of the year. I am obsessed with how stunning this is. I opened this yesterday and my jaw genuinely dropped. I kind of wish I had opened it on camera, but I was too impatient and I was way too tired to be on camera. But this is stunning. This is so freaking stunning. I am so glad that they picked this book because, first of all, it's the first special edition by Stasia Stark that I have, and I love all her books. So to have a special edition with art, I'm so excited about. So we've got the reversible dust jacket with the traditional cover with a different colorway, which I mean I'm gonna keep it on this because it's absolutely stunning. And then we have the hardback case with foiling, and then we have the art on the inside cover, and it's so freaking stunning. Petite Kitsune is like my favorite artist, and to have her art in a book I'm so excited about. I love it so much. It's so pretty. So we have different front and back, and then it's also signed, which I'm so happy about. And we have a author bound letter on the inside. This is me and my sister's book club pick for January, and I'm so freaking excited. I knew this is one of the newest releases that I wanted to pick up immediately because, first of all, it sounds like a 5-star read. It sounds right up my alley. It sounds like my perfect romances. It's got gladiators, it's got vampires, it's got trials, it's got fighting, it's got everything, and I'm so excited. I want to pick this up immediately, but I can't because I said I would wait for my sister, and I'm just so excited. And then I know that what's going to be really heartbreaking is the fact that I'm going to have to wait like a year for book 2. But at least we have book 2 in this Vicious Dream coming out in June, I think she said, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, those are all the books I have bought in December. Not that bad. I mean, a couple of duplications, which I could have done without, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. January is going to be a better month. I do think I have my Fairy Loot pre-orders coming in January, but in terms of like actual book spending in January, I'm only going to be buying like 2 books. I've got 1 pre-order and that's it. I think I only have the 1 pre-order. No, I have 2 pre-orders. So yeah, book haul for December is going to be a lot less, I think, which is good, is needed, to be quite honest. All right, well, that is my December book haul, the last book haul of 2025, which is so exciting, but also like I'm really excited for the new year. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for the lack of videos for the last 2 weeks, but I promise I am back. Just waiting for my laptop to be delivered, which will be delivered by the time this video goes out, because otherwise how am I going to get it out? Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment what book are you planning on picking up the first day of January, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.